They've gone this left-hand side, short there. White in good defence.
Jordan Turner tried to work the ball away from his own line. 4-0 Hull lead, and have a penalty here.
Well, Martin Aspinwall's been penalised here by the referee. He said move out. It's a shame because Martin Aspinwall, Eddie, in my opinion, in the last 3 games, has possibly been Castleford's best player. He had some trouble mid-season, but since he come back out at the end of July, been very, very impressive for the Tigers.
O'Mealy driving it forward for Hull.
Made sure to keep control of the ball on this occasion.
10 minutes gone here. Houghton. Infield it comes to Sam Moa.
Well, you can see that both sides are defensive, very, very quick. And that really will force both of these teams to utilise the kick. We've already seen one short kick from Rangi Chase. Haven't seen a high one from Hull yet.
The Catalan Dragons try in Perpignan, chalked off by the video referee. 6:14 it remains here, 4-0 to Hull. At the moment, the city of Kingston upon Hull is smiling, but for how much longer? Here is Sam Hobbs, though, for them. Horn will hoist the kick out wide, looking for Whiting, but McGoldrick's behind his own line, diffuses the kick to tap on the 20.
Good position as well by McGoldrick. Anticipated it was going to be a high kick, just a little bit touched too far.
Youngquest can't go any further. Brought to ground. This is Aspinwall taking on Jordan Turner. With Houghton, though, Turner puts him on the deck.
That's great work, you know, for Castleford in the opposition half, and after only 3 play the balls, and that can control it.
Massey plays the ball to Hudson. Here is Danny Orr. Showed it to Davis. Oh, the ball has come free.
2 knock-ons. It'll be head and feed though to the visitors.
Oliver Holmes just could not keep hold of this.
Good
crunching tackle.
Fitzgibbon. All the experience in the world, got right underneath the ball carrying arm from Holmes. Well, the tension as we keep seeing the score from the south of France. And you can feel it in the air.
It's playoffs. It's playoff time. We're 2 weeks away from them, but it's playoffs. And of course, tomorrow we've got Wigan and Warrington, and a match that could decide the League Leaders' Shield. Wigan win at Warrington, and it's theirs. Warrington win, it goes down to the last weekend as well. 12:30 HD1, a sellout at Warrington, and a true sellout, because I've been having messages all week asking for tickets. I can't get hold of any. They're like hen's teeth, Steve-O. You just can't get hold of a ticket for this one tomorrow.
I'll be there, that's all that counts, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I actually sold your tickets.
But no, isn't it great to see, because, you know, the attention given, and it should be one of the games of the season. Oh, that's going to be a knock-on. He just had a little bit of a think about it, Steve Ganson there, but Phelps couldn't handle it.
Don't have a running commentary, mate. There'll only be one winner.
Back on the inside, and just went behind him.
They're a dangerous side on the edge, Hull FC, because a great offload there from Mark O'Mealy. But what they've got, the ball goes to Richard Horn. He's got inside option. He's got a lead runner, which will be Willie Manu, and he can play behind to either to Kurt Yeaman. So they've got so many attacking options, particularly that left side. It's a really big strike side for Hull FC. There's so many tries created and scored down that side. I'm surprised that Castleford haven't attacked that side more in terms of making that left side make more tackles. They haven't had to make many at all so far tonight.
The Castleford Tigers, leaders in March, they won 7 of their first 8. Now they are in a 3-way fight for these playoffs. Desperate to get there, to send Terry Matheson home with the best possible line on his CV. That was cheeky from Rangi Chase, but it was too cheeky. It was a forward pass through the legs from Rangi Chase and forward.
Well spotted by the touch judge as well.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that. But, slightly, yeah. Fancy.
Okay,
too fancy. McGoldrick.
All good. Lock in. Out. 1. Move. Hold square.
Hull then looking to pierce this Tigers defence once again. And that's Willie Manu.
And again, defence is well and truly on top. That's sometimes, you know, where not many teams utilise a little chip over the top.
That was forward from Amelia
Yeah.
as well.
He held on to it far too long, did the prop forward. Looking to get away with it.
Hold.
One or two forward passes not being picked up this season by the officials. That wasn't forward though. This is Richard Whiting. It's opened up briefly for him. Aspinwall had a grab. The shorts almost come off. The shorts do come off, but he plays the ball to Houghton. This is Cameron Phelps. Now Richard Horn spreading it wide. Manu dumps it down again. Lee Radford. It ricochets off the backside of a Castleford defender. That's great. Oh, Kenny. Arundel thought he had, and Radford, I think, has just managed to get that ball down on the deck. But he wants to have a look at a possible knock-on in the build-up to this.
I don't think he's got it down, Eddie. I think Joe Arundel's hand goes underneath the ball. Spins in the tackle, the offload, that's okay.
I think he believed this was a knock-on, but
No, it came off his feet, so that's fine. Now they'll look and see whether he actually gets the ball down. I think Arundel gets a hand underneath. He's struggling there.
Isn't it down there, I wonder?
I don't think it is, Eddie. He's struggling, and watch Arundel's arm. Underneath. I think he's got his hand underneath it. Is it benefit of the doubt? I don't think that is down. Well, he'll earn his corn tonight with the video ref Ian Smith. Arundel has saved it. That's no try as far as I'm concerned.
If you look at Lee Radford's hand, though, does that constitute a try? Very often they will award the try if their hand or arm holding the ball is in contact with the ground. No,
I'd say no try.
Well, Ian Smith has the final say, and the tackle count will continue. But you're right, yeah, the ball carrying arm hits the deck. It's a tackle completed. The ball carrying arm seemed to touch the ground there by Lee Radford, but no try is Ian Smith's decision. This is Richard Horn, crossfield kick looking for Turner, and he finds Turner, and that will be given. He got above Willie Isa perfectly, he rose, and the video referee decision over the other side just delayed the inevitable. And Jordan Turner, 9 tries in his last 9 appearances now for the former Salford man. His first start for the City Reds was against Castleford in 2009. And Hull FC increased their lead, and at the same time as that, the Catalan Dragons have scored in Perpignan. It's boiling.
Certainly is. This is a beautiful kick by Richard Horn. He really is in fine form. Struggled a bit at the start of the year, and that was a wonderful take by Jordan Turner. Plenty of time. No one put him under pressure, so that's why it was a good one. But you can see that he leaped higher than anyone else, and Jordan Turner gets the reward. That was a great take, no doubt about it. Doesn't have to go upstairs to that one, Mr. Ganson. Can Westerman? This is a vital 2. Can he get the extras?
Westerman lining this kick up, and he kicks it this time. It's double figures for Hull, 10-0. And you have to credit the leap from Jordan Turner, but Richard Horn's kick was inch perfect.
But the leap was there. You could see that Willie Isa, he'd gone a little bit too late and allowed this fella to go over for a vital try.
But isn't it good to see Richard Horn back and in full throttle again?
Well, I think he's got fully fit, Eddie, and over the last
I'm told he's
months.
playing through the pain barrier, Steve-O.
Well, he's certainly playing well at the moment, and that's all that counts.
10-14 in the south of France. Catalan against Hull Kingston Rovers. They're a bit ahead of us because, of course, they kicked off at 5:30 or thereabouts our time. 14-10 Hull KR, 10-0 Hull here. 14-0 at one stage Rovers were in the south of France. That's another forward pass from O'Mealy. Not picked up by the officials.
Certainly getting away with it, but you've got to admire the way that Hull have utilising the good, strong forwards. That's a great kick. Having to push the fullback McGoldrick back. Look at the chase. That's brilliant. They're controlling this game. Richard Agar, the black and whites coach, will be very pleased with that.
Before tonight, 8th placed Hull, 25 points. Castleford 7th, 26 points. 26 points has been good enough for 8th place, you know, for the last 8 years. It might not be good enough in 2011. Hull featured in the grand final of 2006. They made the playoffs last year, having missed out in each of the previous 2. They have gone back a little bit, the black and whites, but they're in the mix this year, all right. And I'm with Phil. If Hull do make it to the playoffs, they could be a troublesome opposition for anybody.
They get the chemistry right for 80 minutes, Eddie. I certainly think that's the case. They've been a little bit lax and slack here tonight. They shouldn't be here with Rangi Chase.
Brilliant pass from Rangi Chase. Oliver Holmes inside to Danny Orr. That was sheer quality from Rangi Chase. He shaped to kick it long, thought again, dinked it over the top, and in one movement got the pass away to Holmes. And Holmes had Danny Orr in support alongside him. And Danny Orr, the grand old man of the Castleford Tigers. You won't mind me saying that, I'm sure. 33 years of age, a new one-year deal signed in July, 15 years in Super League. And that's a super try from the Tigers.
It's the only way to break down a strong defence, and he is talent, isn't he? Rangi Chase, chip over. They anticipated the long kick, but what about the offload there to the loose forward, Holmes? And Danny Orr. He has scored so many great tries over his career, but wasn't that beautiful to watch? Sensational. That's all experience. Put yourself in a position. The play's going down on the left-hand side, and he finishes it off. He surely will add the extras.
He does, and Castleford are back in the match. It's 10-6 to Hull.
The teams that tend to win playoff games are the ones that convert the chances into points more often than their opponents. And this is a brilliant example of this. Look at that. Very rarely now do we see a player chip and chase for himself, have the skill to regather the possession and then have the support alongside. Very impressive by Castleford. Under the pump for the opening quarter of this match, and yet had enough players responding quickly enough when the chance presented itself.
Hull KR have scored in France. Kick to come. Here, 10-6, Castleford. Castleford has scored in West Yorkshire. Fat, Sean is in the fire.
It sure is. I was just going to add something there, Phil. 100% right, Phil. And there's certain things in games that happen where you can't coach. And you can't coach what Rangi Chase just did. That's instinctive, brilliant. The kick, the chase, and the offload, they're things that you can't get. They're just instinctive in a player, a brilliant player. And every team that goes to the playoffs and teams that win the comp have the X-factor players like him.
And this is an important factor as you come to these vital games, is do not give away 30, 40 metres. And it's the experienced Lee Ratford had a second go at the play, picked up by the official.
Oh, a little juggle there by Ben Davis as he took the pass from the restart. Here is Rangi Chase, flicks the pass back. Nathan Massey, that's a huge hit from Epelhami Luaki. Stuart Jones will drive it in straight at Radford. Luaki in there again. It's another penalty.
Now then, will they take the tap or will they go for the two? Be interesting to see what the coach Terry Matheson orders. Well, Luaki's all over him, never allowed him a chance to get up. They're going for the kick into the corner. In fact, they've gone backwards to give themselves plenty of space. Rangi Chase was having a look at a bit of a chin wag with the fullback Ryan McGoldrick. They're setting up for something here. Watch for the fullback.
Well, we've been here, Eddie, a lot of times on the second play. After this one, they'll then switch back to the blind side, but it's led to many tries. Following this here, Rangi Chase will inevitably get his hands on the ball.
It's Davis who goes down there. Hudson, Chase is waiting, and Chase gets it first receiver. Gives the pass to Danny Orr again. And Danny Orr is wrestled to the ground by Willie Manu.
Did well to hang on to it, did the experienced halfback.
Hudson now will have a go himself. That's good defence again from Manu and Horn, though. This is Chase again. Gets the ball back to Ryan McGoldrick. McGoldrick, oh, what a tackle!
Tackle of the season. Tackle of the season there by Richard Whiting. Talk about picking your spot. Oh, it's ricocheted away, it'll be play on.
6 to go, Ben Davis hangs on. Play the ball, says the referee, and he does to Rangi Chase. Chase then gets it away to Stuart Jones. Yeeman to the rescue for Hull. Hudson again, this is immense pressure. This is a test of Hull's defensive capability. Back it comes to Danny Orr. Good work, 4 tackles gone. Good work in defence from Hull. Hudson again. Orr gets the ball away. Nathan Massey, down he goes under the challenge.
Got to go for the kick. Chase is hanging for it.
It's Danny Orr, that bounced off. It's flicked back. It's still on the last. It's come to Ryan McGoldrick. Chase. Chips to the corner, looking for Youngquist. Oh, it's just beating.
What I'm surprised that tackle count wasn't wiped clear, because I thought Danny Houghton really played at the ball. He's the one that just runs over the side. Youngquist can't get there in time. We might get a look at this again here on the kick. Danny Houghton, this is the one into the corner, just too far for the wingman.
They'll be so disappointed with that set of 6. That was a poor set of 6 from Castleford. They did nothing in that. They had no, the players weren't in motion. They didn't know where they were going. They were reliant again on Chase and Danny Orr. And players were just walking around grazing, being put in position instead of going forward and providing options.
Here's Danny Houghton now. Gives it to Craig Fitzgibbon. Craig Fitzgibbon, wearing number 13, says this is his last season. How he'd love to go out with a bang at Old Trafford on October the 8th. Westerman now. Westerman still. Hauled down by Aspinwall. Last tackle here for Hull. They're lining up down the left-hand side, and Houghton goes that way with Obst. He'll hoist the kick. The chase is on. The chase is on. It's bounced, and it's bounced kindly for Castleford and Danny Orr.
How did ever? That was a poor attempt by the Tigers to try to defuse that high bomb. He got some height on it, didn't he? Sam Ops. Now then, can they get their defence sorted out?
He's a strong man, Richard Owen. Look at the size of the 2 men trying to wrestle him to the ground.
Here's Randy Chase on the break. Gets the pass away. And it's Steve Snitch.
Oh, he should have looked on the outside. They bombed the opportunity there.
Fossard will drive it in again. Hudson looks and weighs up the options both ways, finds Danny Orr. Danny Orr then gives it back to Hudson. Here is Rangi Chase. Chase with all the time in the world finds Aspinwall. Down he goes on the last for Castleford Tigers. Hudson, Chase again. Dinks the ball towards the in-goal area. Phelps gets it, and he was caught high by Ryan McGoldrick.
Yeah, didn't miss him either.
Over there.
With a bad habit, I'm afraid, as the fullback for Goldrick to swing the arms high. It was a good pressure kick from Chase. And you can see there that Phelps gets it, and does get it. The swinging arm from McGoldrick does not miss. Couldn't see it clearly, Steve Ganson, but the touch judge on this near side.
Side tackle, mate. Be careful, pal. All right.
High tackle, be careful. Hull have won here 3 of the last 4 visits, and they've won 6 away from home this year, but they've lost 6 as well. 50-50 split. Here they're leading 10-6. We've got around about 13 minutes to half-time. It's a good game. It's a great contest.
Certainly is, and fully expected, but I just get the feeling that both sets of forwards are beginning to just tire a little bit. In the early 10-15 minutes of this game, both defences were going up quickly. Now there's a few going. Some are hanging back. Did well to hang on to that.
He did. That was Ebelhami Luaki. Picked that up off his bootlaces. Obst, short ball, Westerman.
Now then, will they opt for the high kick, or will they just go for position?
Hold. Marcus square. Go.
Kick into the corner. Will they get plenty of height? Richard Horn.
Up it goes. It's high, it's hanging. Oh, he's lost it, Richard Owen. It's palmed back by Cameron Phelps. It's picked up by Tom Briscoe. Referees wipe the tackle count clean. Here goes Briscoe. Oh, obstruction here. Oh. An almighty collision. Richard Horn went the wrong way. It's a penalty to Castleford.
Well, it was tiptoed through the tulips, and then it looked to me, was it Fozzard that
yes, it was.
Makes contact? Takes him out without the ball, but he'd already utilised Richard Horn as a shield. And Fozzard claimed to the official What could I do, sir? Now he takes it up. Getting tasty.
Jones being played at an electric pace, this, isn't it?
Certainly does, and we've seen on a couple of occasions with Richard Horn, the man that got the real shoulder by Nick Fozzard. I must say that they've got to watch it of Hull, because we've seen a couple of times that Rangi Chase from the dummy half position has made the break.
Look, a touch forward from Rangi Chase, and there's about 6,000 Hull voices thought so as well underneath us. Mathers is on, he's in a dummy half here. This is Chase again. Snitch once more as they're looking to unlock this Hull defence. Danny Orr now scampers in a dummy half, finds Chase, and Chase will hoist it wide. Great leap, great defence, is it? All hands to the pump, it's the turnover, says the referee. Let's go down to Bill.
Steve-O touched on it just a moment ago, saying it's getting a bit tasty with Fitzgibbon and Fozzard just having a bit of a pushing match a moment ago after the ball had gone. And the message coming from the Tigers bench is maybe just calm down a little bit, because I think this frantic atmosphere is getting to the players and maybe just losing their heads a little bit. And the word from the Tigers bench, probably from the Hull FC bench as well, is just keep you cool and don't lose control.
Right on the stroke of half-time in the south of France, Hull Kingston Rovers have just kicked a converted try. There's the score at half-time, 24-10 to Hull Kingston Rovers in Perpignan here at the Probis Coliseum. It is Hull on the front foot with Willie Manu. He steps out of the challenges brilliantly, Manu. Good job that Stuart Jones got to him.
Well, he'll be furious, Manu, that there was no support there.
Last tackle here for Hull. Quick hands, but forward.
Poor play. Not the best. Not what Richard Agar, the Hull coach, would have needed. They got himself into a good position, and what they fully needed was just a kick into the corner, allow the pressure. Panic.
I tell you, Steve, watching Castleford now, they're just hanging on here. They are just hanging on. They're in awful trouble. They need a couple of repeat sets, because they're really battling to recover when they're defending. Hull FC are rolling down the field. They're creating all sorts of things. They're playing much quicker. Castleford at the moment are just hanging on. They probably really need to get through to half-time here and a similar scoreline. If they can get through that, they'll be able to recharge their batteries. This will help them. A penalty gets them out of trouble.
And they will be hanging on. They will want to hang on. They will want to get to the full-time whistle. They'll want a victory, because if Hull KR win in the south of France, it means that Castleford will be confirmed in those playoffs.
Well, Bill Arthur was absolutely spot on about it. You know, keep you cool, don't do anything stupid. And amazingly, that's the second occasion that Craig Fitzgibbon, such an experienced player, has given away a silly penalty.
Chase pops the ball up for Nick Fozzard again. He's played Super League with 6 different clubs, this fellow. One of them was St Helens under Ian Millwood, who was coming in here to Castleford in 2012 for 3 years. That news confirmed this week. We gave you first on Boots and All on Wednesday night. This is Joe Arundel for the Tigers. They're 8 metres short. They're out wide on the right-hand side, so they come in centre field here. And it's with Rangi Chase, that typical hop, skip and a jump, and he finds Mathers. Can Mathers get through Obbs? The Obbs just waited almost fatally. And that's the last tackle. Oh, no, it's not. It is a penalty to Castleford for offside.
Johnson just said 3 times about you. And I warned you the last time. Jordan Turner.
Never made any attempt to get back.
Jordan Turner is being picked out by touch judge and referee. Well, this is a chance for Castleford.
It's that similar setup idea, isn't it? They'll probably take 2 players towards the centre of the post. Then you'd have to imagine at some point they're going to vary it, and Rangi Chase isn't going to be the option again with the ball. But they famously convert this chance into tries.
Danny Orr gives it to Rangi Chase, goes wide. Oh, Youngquist! He only had to take the ball in, and he was almost ready to fall over the line.
Well, that was amazing, because Richard Whiting was out of position. It was a wonderful work move, and Youngquist should have been back at least a yard, and it was the gap was there.
Great pickup from Craig Fitzgibbon.
Oh, this was a try that has gone begging. You can see how Richard Whiting had been confused.
Manu now for Hull FC. Once upon a time, of course, Willie Manu of Castleford. He joined Hull in 2007 after the Castleford Tigers were relegated. Of course, there's no relegation these days. Castleford and Hull will be battling away in Super League in 2012 with all the rest. Oh, knock on by Houghton.
Well, Houghton said I caught it.
I don't think he did.
Well, we'll soon find out.
Oh,
I think he did.
Well, you're chairman of the Hookers Union, Steve.
My word.
It's hit the ground.
Yeah, but he hasn't lost control of it.
It's still a knock-on, though. I'm going with a knock-on there.
On the 10, boys.
And he's not the chairman of the Hookers
But then
Union.
again, Steve, I never played hooker, so I'll...
Lock the scrum. Who's packing the scrum?
By the way, the error. I'll give the Tigers a golden opportunity now that they've got to start controlling a little bit, because the Tigers have not been kicking for position. I think they're trying a little bit too hard to score on every play. Sometimes you just got to calm it down and squeeze the opposition.
Chase again. Booms the pass wide to Youngquist, who hangs on this time. He takes on Richard Whiting. Comes off second best on that occasion. McGoldrick, Aspinwall. 5.5 minutes to half-time. Dean Withers is on. Dean Withers, who kept Castleford's hopes alive with the try at Wakefield. Long pass wide from Rangi Chase, finds a Rundle.
That's a smart move as well by Terry Madison to bring on Dean Withers. Huge man.
This is his swan song at this ground as well. Here he is. That's good work, though. Good work from Sam Oggs, but he only delayed him. Jordan Turner finished him off. Quick play the ball with the Isa. Rangi Chase changes the direction of this attack again. Rangi Chase fools and foxes them all, and good work from Turner. He just bundled Youngquist into touch.
Well, Hull cannot afford to just watch what Rangi Chase is going to do. He had his foot on the whitewash anyway, but Turner finished him off. Well, he knows, as this fella, that Youngquist, that he had the opportunity a few minutes ago. The line was open, he dropped it. Wasn't the best pass, to be fair, but he had the chance.
You'd have to say Rangi Chase is a Super League magician. How he gets the passes out at times, his body's in an awkward position, he might even be facing the wrong way, Sean. He's able to contort his arms into position, and again, another try-scoring chance.
And you've got to accept that sometimes he won't get it right, but you can't take that away from him, because that's the sort of player he is. So he needs to be encouraged to continue to do it. The team just has to realise that sometimes the pass won't go to hand, it'll go over the sideline, he'll come up with an error, but a lot of times it will come off for him.
They go wide here to Tom Briscoe, the black and whites. He's just waiting. Oh, Mathers misses him. He just teased and tormented them, Tom Briscoe. He was waiting for them to come and get him down with the tackle, and when they arrived, Briscoe just had a shimmy of the hips, a step, and out of the tackle he went, and he goes over the line for a vital Hull FC try. Super try from Tom Briscoe. He hasn't scored in the last 5. He's now 1 away from 50 with the black and whites. His last try came in a 3 against Salford in July.
Beautiful quick hands. Briscoe away, but I think that Tom Briscoe will be saying to himself, how easy was this? Back on the inside, a good fend, but it should have been stopped. Mathers and McGoldrick had the opportunity, take nothing away from the skill factor. But look at this, he's thinking now, should I kick? He seems slow down, and then the step, and that was a good fend. But the two of them really should have wrapped him up. He won't mind, it's a vital one, it's near the sticks, it's going to make it easy for Westerman.
Westerman to add the extras. You would think he's odds on from this range, and he is. Ball goes over the top of the supporters club and out of the ground, but Briscoe's try, well, it's been tremendous. The first half has been thrilling from start to finish. It really has. Been a great little contest.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I'm sure that...
a little contest, how dare I say that, with the prize that's at stake here.
Too true, but a big following as well has come from the black and white fans. But Terry Madison, the Tigers coach, will not be impressed with their defensive effort from McGoldrick and, of course, the fullback at the moment, Richard Mathers. At a point where the Tigers looked as though they were applying the pressure, but they've wasted their opportunities. 2 golden chances frittered away.
Well, Hull KR leading in the south of France, Hull leading here at Castleford. Are the 2 big city clubs from the city of Kingston upon Hull going to sneak into the 8 on the final bend? It would be heartbreaking for Castleford. It really would. They've been in the 8 virtually all season. They were top of the table in March. Here's a penalty for Hull now because they're delaying. They wouldn't let him up. Dean Withers is penalised.
Oh, Danny Houghton wanted to get on with it, and Ganson says, I'm sorry, I've got to blow the whistle first.
I think we've been doing that for about 4 years, haven't we? Having the referee to start when he gives the mark and blows the whistle as he's just done then.
You get the feeling, you know, that Hull, they sense that if it can score now, they could actually just make sure that they control this game, because it's going to be difficult for the Tigers to get back into it, even at that scoreline. Okay, it's only 10 points adrift, but if they concede another try, it's going to be a big uphill battle.
And the Washbrook gets the ball away to Willie Manu. They will concede another try. Right on the stroke of half-time. 2 tries in as many minutes. And Willie Manu has come back to Horn, the club he left to join Hull in 2007. He got 9 tries for the Tigers as they were relegated in 2006. That's his 4th try for Hull this year. And the Tongan international, the man who played for the Exiles against England earlier this season, has scored what could be a crucial try for Hull FC.
Not only that, it was a silly penalty that was given away in the offload. And again, that is very, very poor defence. McGoldrick, he should have gone low. He tried to take the ball carrying arm. And they have paid the price. Beautiful offload, wasn't it? And that was great stuff. Washbrook's final pass was so smart. And that man, Willie Manu, well, this has really turned this game around in the space of 60 seconds.
And the Old Faithful, the anthem of the Black and Whites, ringing around Castleford as Westerman adds the extras. The half-time siren has sounded. They lead by 22 points to 6 at half-time.